Hi everyone and welcome to Dobby's Signature. Today I'm bringing you this mouth-watering Isi Ewu recipe. This is a delicacy native to the Igbo people from the eastern part of Nigeria. Now let's make Isi Ewu. To begin, we'll start by dissecting the goat head. Now due to the graphic nature of this part had to be censored. So if you want to watch it, just skip to the end to see how it's done. Usually, Isi Ewu is prepared with the head as well as the legs, the forelegs of the goat. So you dissect it and rinse it just as I'm doing right now. Now, this is what the goat brain looks like. It's a very important part in this process. Most people actually enjoy this. It's usually smashed in the sauce to make it thick, and kind of juicy. To begin, we'll start by rinsing the goat head and placing in the pot. You add your onion, add your pepper, add salt to taste, add your crushed seasoning, you mix this together and leave the meat to cook in its juices for about 20 minutes. By the time it's done, it's going to bring out some juice. Doing this gives the goat meat a very good flavor when you cook it in its juices, and it helps the seasoning get into the meat well. The meat has been cooking in its juices for a while. Now it's time to add water into this. So I'm going to add water into this, just going to give this a very good stir. Now cover the pot and leave to cook for about 2 hours or till the meat gets soft. Now once the meat gets very soft, you set it aside and go over to the next step. Now before we begin making the sauce, which is the ncha part, you dissolve the potash in a small bowl of water. Make sure it gets dissolved well. The alternative to using potash is palm bunch ash, which is known as ngo. Yeah, it helps curdle the oil, but if you don't have that available, you use potash. Then you pour your palm oil into an empty pan or pot. Using a sieve, you strain the potash mixture through the sieve into the palm oil, just as I'm doing right now. Just strain it. Just ensure that while you're straining, the residue doesn't get into the oil. Then you set that aside. Then you immediately start to stir. You stir thoroughly till it gives you a soapy consistency and a light orange color. And it looks perfect like this. And you've got your ncha. Next, you add your other ingredients. So into this, I'm adding pepper, ehuru, and crayfish. And then you give it a good stir. Now, here is the tricky part. When making meals like Isi Ewu or abacha or nkwobi, this is the final part where you add your meat stock with the cooked meat and you just mix it. And once you do that, your meal is ready. But due to the fact that I used potash for this, I will be cooking the sauce on low heat with the meat. So everything cooks together. I'm going to do this for 10 to 15 minutes. Just pour everything into the pot and mix. It looks so colorful. It's not meant to be as light as this. It's meant to be very thick, just like the sauce before adding the meat stock. But because I'm going to cook this, I left it watery. Okay, so I'm going to cook it down. So here's what it looks like after being cooked. So once it's cooked like this, you turn off the burner. Your Isi Ewu is ready. Next, you add yuba and serve. Now, you see this plate? This is like the biggest scam ever, but we'll get to this later on. Okay? So you serve this on the traditional plate and garnish with onion, uba, and utazi. And that is how to make Isi Ewu. If you leave this to cool, it's going to thicken. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Till next time, bye bye.